Brendan Mortensen here from the PNC Digital Desk, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. Orioles pick up a win. Here's Tony Mansolino.
Westberg, 2 days, 2 home runs, some of the best pitching in the big leagues, and a bullpen right there too over the last couple of days for Westy that they kind of had our number last year at the end of the year. I think we all kind of lived through that, and then earlier in Detroit this year. So really good signs of Westy. You're talking about like rehab stints and when's the right time to bring him back. I think we probably got that one right so far.
How did it feel? How did it feel managing there in the 8th inning? I mean, the first 7 innings, there were so many runners in scoring position.
Yeah.
And you didn't come through, and then all of a sudden you burst out with 7 runs.
I think just trying to stay positive, optimistic. I feel like I'm part cheerleader right now. I mean, it's, talking with Sig, who was on the trip with us. After the game in Oakland, I walked in, I said, I'm exhausted. After the second game that we won against Morton, and he goes, why are you exhausted? And it's a great question. And because I'm cheerleading all game, that's kind of what you're doing right there. You're thinking, that's not making you tired. It's just trying to be front and center and cheer and stay positive. So, yeah, I mean, I think we're doing that even in the worst of times. And, hopefully, I don't know if it changes anything, but it's probably better than the alternative.
That's the first game since April 16 you guys have won by a margin of 5 or more runs. Is that a little bit of an exhale that, like, hey, you go into a 9th inning and you're not gripping so tightly on them?
Sure, yeah, and we're aware of that. I mean, it's for the last month, we've been like, man, love to throw up 10 tonight, make this thing a little bit easier. I would have loved to have done that like the first few innings, but you're kind of pulling your hair out there in the 7th and, when to bring in an Aiken and the whole situation there. So we'll take 10, however you get them.
What made Eflin so good tonight?
It seems like the cutter's getting better a little bit from the side. I didn't watch a whole lot of it on video, but it seems like kind of what he's maybe missing when it's not that anybody's really hit him outside of a couple outings this year, but maybe the cutter hasn't been as sharp, and tonight it looked good. But, that's kind of what we saw last year, right? And it seems like every outing out right now, he's getting better and better and better.
I know there's still some guys missing, but when you put up an offensive performance like that, all 9 guys in the lineup have a hit. Is that sort of what you were expecting this offense to be at the beginning of the season?
I think everybody was. I mean, it's it's a nice lineup when you look at it. I give credit to the guys that were in the lineup the last couple of weeks. I mean, we rolled off some wins and we hung in there, but when you write that thing out right there, 1 through 9, and you look at the 6, 7, 8, 9 specifically, man, you feel pretty good. You have Cedric Mullins sitting down there, towards the bottom. Loriano, I think, was 7th tonight. Urias, huge 2-run homer right there, who's having a nice little year. So definitely gives you length, gives you options, makes it tougher to use the bullpen against, the whole deal.
That's all here from the PNC Digital Desk, presented by PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865.